a landmark judgment, Supreme Court of India has ruled that subcategorization within castes is valid in law, overruling a judgment of 2005, E.V. Chennaiah versus State of Andhra Pradesh. A 7-judge bench of the Supreme Court, through a majority ruling, upheld that castes are a heterogeneous group, and therefore to say that all of them should be treated as a homogeneous grouping is not the right approach. It said that under Article 341, under which President of India has the power to enumerate the number of scheduled castes and scheduled tribe, there is no bar on creating a subcategorization of castes. Justice Gawai took the lead, and he said that heterogeneity is something within caste group that must be considered. All of the judges, majority of the judges who were in favor of this kind of subcategorization also spoke about the creamy layer. The view there being that just like in the other than backward class, creamy layer or economic benefits are judged, similarly for the SC reservation also one must look at the possibility of creamy layer. One of the honorable justices in fact opined that if the first generation benefits from reservation, then before the reservation benefits are extended to the second generation, it must be judged whether they have come up to the level of the general category because of the reservation benefits provided to them. Now, why is this judgment significant? Because Punjab had gone to the Supreme Court challenging the Punjab and Haryana High Court's decision to negate the state government's decision to create a subcategorization of caste. So now both Punjab and Tamil Nadu and other states which had created a subcategorization of caste, their laws have been upheld after the Supreme Court order. There is the sense of rejoicing within the scheduled caste communities in Andhra Pradesh as well. They're all hoping that finally some of them who have been struggling to get a subcategorization approved legally, the state will now be nudged into doing more for them. But at the central government level, also at the level of other state governments, this could be easier said than implemented, because you're seeing across the country, politically speaking, the demand for caste census has been rising. The Supreme Court, as part of this judgment, has very categorically said that you need empirical data before you decide to subclassify caste groups. So where will the empirical data really come from? Leaders, members of parliament like Dharmendra Yadav in the Parliament House said that this judgment of the Supreme Court will be an added impetus for demands of caste census. If you are going to give 22.5% reservation in educational institutions and in government jobs to the scheduled caste, and then create a subcategorization of scheduled caste, also look into the data about creamy layer. For all of that, if empirical data has to be collected, then caste census might become more imperative. So politically speaking, this judgment of the Supreme Court could be fraught with game-changing measures from the government. The central government so far has not said anything about they being willing to hold a caste census. The pressure has already come from the opposition and some alliance partners like JDU. But after this judgment, all eyes will be on the central government as to how are they going to ensure that this rule, this law, this order from the Supreme Court of India is implemented in all fairness.